Hello guys, my name is Stealthy Striker and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Nightwing number 81, the fourth part of the Nightwing Leaping into the Light arc by Tom Taylor, with art from Bruno Redondo. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to read through the show, give my thoughts on each page, and then I'll give a full in-depth review. I'll be showing the panels on screen while reading it in real life. So, let's get into the comic. So on the first page, we have Bloodhaven City Hall, and Melinda Zuko is swearing herself in as mayor. I, Melinda Zuko, do solemnly swear to faithfully and impartially support the Constitution and to serve the citizens and uphold the laws of the city of Bloodhaven. And the police commissioner has her follow him into a room with Blockbuster, and Blockbuster and his men start clapping, and she's offered money, which is getting put in, which she asks to be put in an account for her, and Blockbuster asks what her plan for Bloodhaven is. She responds with, "My plan, Blockbuster, is to make us all much wealthier and to extend your power beyond the city, but to do so in a way that builds on the good work you've already done." So Zuko, the daughter of the one person, Tony Zuko, who killed Grayson's parents, is working with Blockbuster, who is one of Grayson's most powerful enemies in Bloodhaven. So after flipping the page, we cut to the end of the last issue. Nightwing is facing off against Heartless on a burning pier with kids behind him. So Dick says, "He's here, Oracle. It's Heartless." And Grayson attempts to get the kids out. Heartless actually grabs a fire extinguisher and opens a path through the fire so the kids can leave. Grayson asks, "What are you doing?" Heartless responds with, "I don't want to watch them die. I just want to watch them run. I've heard of you. I was hoping we'd meet. Nightwing, Bloodhaven's guardian angel. You might have quite the heart," while pulling out the gun that he used to remove the father's heart a few issues back. We then get this really nice action sequence page. Redondo's art is amazing as usual. Grayson dodges the blast, throws in a screamer stick. He's really surprised when Heartless actually catches it and whacks him back in the head with his own screamer stick. And then we get a nice 2-page spread where it starts with Grayson being hit back, landing on the ground. Probably wasn't great because, Grayson got shot in the head. Head trauma, not a good idea for him. Grayson then dodges a punch and another punch. He then begins to stay out of reach and employ counter superhuman techniques, which I think is very accurate, right? Because Nightwing's been fighting enhanced people since he was 10, since Batman and Robin. Grayson begins to use his momentum and force against him because it doesn't matter how strong he is, he starts to breathe, and Grayson can still make him angry, which he does by putting his screamer stick up to Heartless's neck. He does get thrown off, but he lands on his feet. And we go to the next page. Heartless is quite angry about this, and he says, "You know what? This can wait. I can kill you later." Grayson responds, as witty as always, "What, is this an inconvenient time? You think I'm letting you walk away?" And he electrifies his screamer sticks. I really like when Grayson has the electrified screamer sticks. I just think they look really cool. And Heartless says, "Of course, you'll let me walk away because I know your pathetic weakness. You care," he says, as he pulls out a trigger, and he says, "And kids have all been running towards the pier, which is where I want them. I wanted to see their fear. I wanted to see their faces, but it's okay. I have a pretty vivid imagination." Grayson then yells, "Robin." Robin responds, "What is it? Get the kids off the pier, get them." And Heartless triggers an explosion. The pier blows up, so their kids are all stranded on a burning bridge, or on a burning pier, and they have no way to get back to the mainland, and some of the kids can't swim. So Grayson's first instinct is to ask for help. He says, "Oracle Maritime Distress Channel, VHF Radio 16. And Grayson says, "Mayday, Mayday, there are hundreds of children in need of rescue at the end of Bloodhaven Pier 12. And he just repeats this one more time. And he says, "Come on, Bloodhaven, show them what you're worth fighting for, please. I think this is really nice because it's just showing how Grayson still has the faith for the people that live in the city he protects, unlike Batman. So on the next page, we see that ships actually do show up. We see ships coming from all over. We see like quite a few ships. I think I can count 5, 6 on this page that are all coming to help the kids. And Nightwing passes out, but he's able to see all the ships come to save the children. And then we see the next thing starts with Barbara shining a flashlight in his eye and wakes him up. She basically says, you lost conscious, you're still recovering from being shot in the brain, and you were punched in the head by an enhanced supervillain. And Tim calls Haley, Grayson's dog, Bitewing, which was a very popular fan name, so I'm really glad that got into the issue. And Dick says, Bitewing, that's actually a great name, but her name is Haley. You're telling me the people in this room, we can't have 2 names? Barbara says, I have 3. I mean, Nightwing technically also has 3. Dick Grayson, Robin, Batman. He actually has more, Batman, Nightwing. But he primarily goes by Dick and Nightwing. Tim has Tim, Drake, Robin. Barbara has Oracle, Batgirl, and Barbara Gordon, of course. Grayson asks how the kids are, and he says, they're back on the streets, but boats came from everywhere to help. It was pretty amazing. And Grayson says this thing that says a lot about how he feels about Bloodhaven. People of Bloodhaven have never been the problem. It's the criminals and the ones in charge. So it's really just not the fact that the city is corrupt to its core, similar to Gotham. It's mostly just the higher-ups. It's not the people. And then Nightwing finds out that the new mayor of Bloodhaven is Mayor Zuko, which was Tony Zuko's daughter from his first marriage. And he is happy when Bab says, but Tony didn't stick around long past her 8th birthday. He didn't raise her. Grayson says, well, that's a positive. Tim says she was raised by the Maroney crime family. Grayson says, right, that's so much worse. So this is a pretty huge thing for Dick. He's finding out that the daughter of the person who killed his parents is now the mayor of his city. And not only that, she was raised by both Tony Zuko and a crime family. This is not a great moment for Mr. Grayson. So Barbara has been digging into the FBI files, but the entirety of it is redacted, or at least most of it. And Bab says Zuko is the council president, so she was already positioned to take over if anything happened to the mayor. And then Maroney or Blockbuster had him killed, which was shown in Nightwing number 78. So, Grayson says that when he was planning to catch the people who had fallen from the city, he wanted to work with the city officials, but he says protecting Bloodhaven from Heartless, Blockbuster Maroney, and a criminal mayor makes things a lot harder. I'm going to pay Melinda Zuko a visit, see what I can find out about. Babs and Tim both say that it's a pretty bad idea because, he's taken a hit in the head, and he's just woken up. But he decides to go anyway, because he's lying in bed and he thinks, Mayor Zuko, the criminal daughter of the man who killed my parents, is the mayor of my city. There's no way I'm sleeping. So, as he's creeping around to enter, Babs gets on comms and says, Dick, you there? What are you doing? Dick says, yep, resting. Grayson then takes out his Eskrima stick, uses a new laser function, and cuts a perfect hole through the glass. Babs says, you're still wearing my camera. I may have forgotten that. That would be the head injury, quite possibly. Concussion, which calls for sleep, hydration, and no physical activity of any kind. It's okay. I'm just checking out Zuko's place. I'm going to be quiet, as he opens the window. I'm not planning on any physical activity as he enters, but there's a bodyguard behind with a baseball bat, and Barbara sees this, but Grayson barely dodges and is able to knock the sword out of her. Oh, it's a sword. I thought it was a baseball bat. A sword out of her hand and get down the stairs. He says she's not enhanced. She's just good. Very good. And since Grayson's head is spinning from being hit in the head, he gets knocked down the stairs, and Melinda Zuko comes out and says, "It's okay, Audrey. I've got him." And Grayson thinks, I should have really listened to my friends, as a baseball bat is shown, and thud. So I'm assuming that she hit him in the head to knock him out. We see that Grayson is waking up on one of the last pages, and he says, "Unconscious twice in the same day. That really can't be good for me. Tied up and hang on. I'm not wearing my mask." Zuko. Dick Grayson. Melinda Zuko just took off Dick Grayson's mask. That can't be good. And, Grayson breaks free of his binds and says, "You know me? I know you too. You work for the Maroney crime family. You're the daughter of Tony Zuko." "No, I'm not. I thought I was for a long time, but I learned the truth." Interesting. "My real father was named John Grayson. I'm your sister." Next, the Graysons. Holy shit, that was a plot twist that I did not see coming. Wow. Okay, this issue, solid 9 out of 10. Amazing action sequences to start off with. We got that amazing Dick Grayson versus Heartless fight in the beginning, and then that plot twist at the end of the book. I didn't see that coming at all. I mean, holy shit, was this a good book. Tom Taylor's writing was on point. So was Bruno Redondo's art, especially with the fight scenes. Definitely pick this one up. If you want to get any of the ones that have come out so far, get number 81. Or, this one is so good. So good, guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.